In this section, we're going to look at the filter leaf assembly and the filter pan assembly and how all that goes together, how you change the filter envelope, and then set it back into the filter pan. So we're going to start with the filter leaf assembly as though we've just taken it out of the filter pad and we're cleaning it for the night. To do that, the first thing we're going to do is unscrew this piece, okay? And it just unscrews like this. It leaves us with the filter leaf assembly. To take the filter leaf assembly apart, you've got these brackets here, and it's really just like a picture frame. When you pull on these things, they just kind of pop apart. And so you've got two frame pieces. And then you've got your screen assemblies here. You've got two screens, and in between the two screens, you have your Santa grid screen. So you want to take this over to the sink and spray it out, or if you have a dishwasher, you can put it in the rack and you can run it through the dishwasher. Same thing with these pieces here. It's really important to make sure these are clean. That doesn't mean that you just look at it and see if it's clean. You've got to be able to hold it up to the light, and you should be able to see the light through it. If you can't see the light through it, then there's still a lot of sediment that's really fine that's plugging this up. So you want to spray that out with your hose really good until you can see all the way through it. Same thing with the second piece, or again, you can set these into your rack and run them through your dishwasher if you have one of those available. Once those are done, you want to set these out and let them dry overnight, preferably, if at all possible. You can also use a paper towel to dry them off, and then sometimes giving them a good shake, maybe bouncing them against the table, or bouncing any of the fine water out of here. It's important to get this as dry as possible before you reassemble it, because if you drop hot oil onto something that's got a bunch of water in it, it's just going to force a bunch of steam into the system. It'll blow the filter pad envelope up, and it'll make your filter system not work as well. So you want these to be good and dry before you reassemble them. Once you have them dry and it's time to put this back together, you just reverse the process. The Santa grid screen goes in the middle. You put your screen on top of it, make sure your hole lines up where it's supposed to. And then you're going to reassemble this, again, just like you would a picture frame. This piece is going to come on here. And then slide around like this. So we'll do that again. So we're going to take this piece. It's best to start with the small side. Get the small side around the corner. Make sure you get it into the little peg hole here. And again, make sure you get this peg hole inside here. And now we've got our screen assembly put back together like it's supposed to be. And now we need to get our filter envelope. Here's the filter envelope itself. It's got a hole cut out here. You open the envelope flap up like this. Take your screen assembly. Slide it into the envelope. Again, line the neck of your hose up through here, like so. And then we get this piece, and we just screw that back on. And now our filter lid assembly is ready to go. You want to pick it up, support it from the bottom, bring it back here to our filter pan, slide it into the filter pan, and then there's a bracket right here that I'm going to slide this into. So here we are at the filter pan. Here's the bracket that I was talking about. This piece slides into the bracket. You just lift this up and then slide it right into the bracket, like so, and your filter pan is ready to be pushed into the fryer. So we've got our filter pan. We're going to put that in, and as we lift it up and push it, we get our filter pan back into the fryer. Okay, while we're talking about our filter pan assembly, there's a couple other things I'll point out to you. Right here, on these two spots here, these are sensors, and these are used to make sure that the filter pan is in place. Anytime you have a filter pan in an automatic filtration system, you want to make sure that you never have the ability to start a filtration event without making sure the filter pan's in place. These two sensors make sure the filter pan's in place and will prevent you from filtering unless the filter pan is inside the fry pan. You can see here, these spots here, this is where these sensors make contact and let the fryer know the filter pan's in place. So when we push that in, that's how the fry pot knows, or the fryer knows, that the filter pan is in place and it's okay to do a filter event.